Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? So what we're going to be talking about right now is the fact that, in my opinion, it seems like the Bahamas are falling like Haiti. The Bahamas are mostly known as like a resort or like a cruise destination. Okay. And this is something serious, and I want you guys to pay attention to it. Okay. Um, it's only 90 miles off of the coast of Miami Beach, Florida. It's not well known. What's not well known right now is that the Bahamas have become one of the key locations for the CCP. Okay. And China is exploiting a disinterested US government and the State Department. I haven't been to the Bahamas since I was a teenager. Okay, I went there on a cruise with my parents. I do remember hearing like the tourist guide saying, don't go over there, don't go over here, don't go over there, don't go over here, stay in this general area, stuff like that. I remember that also being said when we went to Jamaica as well. Now, in January of this year, the State Department put out an alert that rattled the islands, okay, like the US Virgin Islands and stuff like that, and peeled back this illusion, okay, of like the restaurants, the carefree citizens, and the peaceful resorts. And the State Department alert was level 2 alert, which is an increase of violence and murders in the Bahamas. In the first 24 days of January of 2024, there were 18 murders that occurred. So what's really going on? When a U.S. government inspector general was appointed, suddenly Haiti collapsed again into unprecedented violence. There's no coincidence. Haiti is an international focal point for money laundering, human trafficking. Okay. Haiti is only a short boat ride, a few hours, from the Bahamas. The Bahamas has become ungoverned space. And as violence grips the islands, the clear winner is obvious here: China. The violence is now targeting members of the ruling elite of the Bahamas. On March 29th of this year, the former member of the parliament, because they have a parliament, like we have like the government, like the Senate and the House and the president, the vice president, they have a parliament. Okay. Don Saunders, Saunders, was taken out. Pew pew. While he was at a restaurant 9 miles west to the west of the capital city of Nassau, Nassau, and just above the international airport there. After being pew-pewed, he was robbed of his keys to his car, and they drove off in his car. And Mr. Saunders was the deputy of the Free National Movement Party. This minority party in the Bahamian parliament and the center-right party. Now, this party is the group most active and vocal in challenging the Chinese domination of the island. This was the 35th homicide in the Bahamas in 2024. This murder has rocked the Bahamas. Gun ownership in the Bahamas is the highest in the Caribbean, and owning a weapon is regulated but allowed. Now, according to the Royal Bahama Police, 90% of the weapons confiscated come from where? Florida. As a branch and sequel to the Fast and the Furious in Mexico, this administration here seems to be enabling lawsuits by neighboring countries, including the Bahamas, against American gun makers as a proxy war against the American Second Amendment. Now, this mass violence and collapse of society in Haiti is only a few hours by boat away from the southern end of the Bahamas. So, bad people, bad items, guns, whatever, enabling the growing chaos in the Bahamas should not be overlooked right now. Now, China is there ever present in their industry and infrastructure and their projects is like a gift, a $30 million gift, a grant to build a national stadium. The largest of such gifts is overpowering to the small population of the Bahamas and the ruling Progressive Liberal Party. Now, Hawaii, which is not Hawaii, it's Huawei, is the leading provider of information technology and network to the Bahamas. Essentially, the entire island is networked by Hawaii up to like internet access points at the undersea cable, which is coming from Miami. Now, where this goes, this Hawaii goes, so does the Chinese capability to monitor, like a job that the newly established Chinese cyberspace force will prioritize with their footprint in the Bahamas, which is a short undersea cable ride to the national access point of the Americas in downtown Miami. Now, China is leading a multi-billion-dollar development, there's no friggin' surprise there, of the Baha Mar Resort, which is years behind in schedule, by the way, but also includes the British Hilton Colonial Hotel in downtown Nassau, which is across the street from where? The American Embassy. And the Chinese overpowering presence and exclusion of Bahamian citizens from much of the infrastructure work does not endear the Chinese to much of the Bahamian population. So then you have General Laura Richardson, who is the commander of the Central Command in Miami. She has been repeatedly warning over and over again of the Chinese control of the Bahamas. And everyone is turning a, what? I didn't hear that. What? I don't hear that. They're missing the memo because they don't want to hear it. They don't care. There is no U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas, only the lesser position of what is called a charge d'affaires, which translated means America, they don't care. They don't care about the Bahamas to have a real ambassador. They could give a shit. Okay? They don't care. All right? So the Foreign Service officer encumbering this neutered position is by a man by the name of Jason Crosby, who has a most unusual and atypical background, if you will, coming from the Diplomatic Security Service Office. Jason should know better and should 24/7 be driving China out of the Bahamas, but oh nay nay. The U.S. Navy has a large and sensitive facility in the Bahamas, which is used for submarine training and research. The ones and the zeros of all the data from this facility transit to all the little pipes under the sea and that travel to Miami. Now, with the growing alarm over the Volt typhoon, okay, which is the hacking from China, the Chinese cyber attacks on American critical infrastructure, creating a non-Chinese IT backbone for the Bahamas, including the rip and replace, is intuitive. The average Bahamian gets it and asks, where are the Americans? That's a great question. But one more reason is also this November 2024 is so very, very important. So keep an eye on the Bahamas, just like we did with Haiti, because the Bahamas is falling and no one cares. And we own the U.S. Virgin Islands. We own all that. Why is no one caring all of a sudden? Strange, isn't it? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.